There are a lot of celebrities that wear fake. I'm not coming out for anyone, or I'm not saying because I'm jealous because I can't afford certain things, but it's a basic fact.
The difference between fashion and style.
Well, style is part of fashion. So fashion is the heading, style is the subheading. You can only style your fashion, but you cannot fashion a style. So social media is not reality, guys. The world must wake up. What you see on social media, it's not reality. It's not reality. Your Insta hands that you see, most of them we know them one-on-one.
Yeah.
Most of them we know them one-on-one. You've got your iPhone 16 Pro Max. But Gucci claims they don't even know that design. But it's a
Which
Gucci.
design? Which design?
The jacket
Which
that Mbisa apparently bought for her wife.
Umuntu owagqoka summer, autumn, winter.
Example, umuntu owagqoka summer, autumn, winter, spring.
Yeah. Someone who's in the game that people maybe
not that I'm hating
obviously
on a person or ghost Hlubi.
Bafethu, this is your boy Vanda the Stylist. Ezinye zizinja okapatiya Jaro Bantwana Studio Mavis Wamwelo Pamsenteris, all the way from Alexander Ekasilama Road. And I'd love to welcome you all to another exciting episode of I Love Fashion. So if you are a fashion designer, if you are an influencer or push up brand, this better be your new home. But before before Tati Stuff in 6, I'd also love to wish everyone a wonderful Happy New Year. 2024 is petting a mawashin. 2024, obviously, but not for everyone. For some of us, is petting a mawashin. So if you're one of those people that in 2024, we've been given another opportunity, which is and for those of you that in 2024 when my free advice to you is that never comfortable, just keep it a standard way, nani push and relaxanga, because we can't blazing, and then on the other side of my end is that I'm super excited. One of the reasons why I'm excited is because I'm Vangi one. Mvan is in school. Abanye bambiza MARVIN. Abanye bambiza top doll, beard, handsome. Abanye bambiza AKA what's the name? But mina Visto. Yeah, Mbiza Visto, yeah. The name.
Yeah, that's called Visto.
Visto.
Yeah.
I'd really first and foremost love to appreciate here.
Yeah.
It's an honor to have you on this podcast in fun, especially with the fact that my podcast is it's still new. It's brand new.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So for you to come here and find it means a lot, because I'm looking at it this way. I have this picture in mind where I'm seeing this picture, dog. So for everyone who's gonna come, for me, I feel like we're sharing the same picture. Or I feel like you're seeing what I'm seeing, and Donna. So
vision.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's a pleasure, dog. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. No, it's a pleasure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you doing, my nigga?
I'm super, man. I can't complain, bro. Yeah.
Fresh.
Always fresh, clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dripping.
Yeah,
dropping.
Because
silky.
Yeah.
Smooth. Yeah.
And there's speaking of that in Ghana, before singing
Yeah.
I remember back in the days in Ghana, I don't know if you still remember when you were still in high school.
Yeah, I used to go to Highlands. So I used to be an academic. Okay, I'm still an academic.
Yeah.
I used to be an academic. Went to Highlands North Boys High School.
Yeah.
White blazer.
Yeah, I remember you had a white blazer.
Always on the top 10 academics. Then I graduated, went to UJ. Then after that, got my degree. Then
how was that life, dog? Having those
flashbacks. The life was fine, bro. Was rolling, yeah. Back in the days, it was nice. It was rolling. Had no responsibilities.
Yeah.
Then. And then now, when you go to adulthood, then you see that this is life. Now you and me, we know.
Yeah,
this is life. You have to hustle for whatever you have, though.
Yeah, which is true.
Which is true. So big ups to that, and we made it. we became ourselves and we venturing into different things in life.
Sure.
And it's a nice thing about that. Seeing people that you grow up with venturing and becoming successful or becoming entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
It's what we want for each and every individual.
Yeah, which
So
is true.
yeah, which is growth.
But if there's someone out there, mfana, who I wouldn't say wishing, but angajabulele ukuthi mhlambe azithole having them batches and all of that. What's your advice to them, dog?
The only advice I can give people is that focus on your trades. When I'm saying focus on your trades, some other people, I'm not saying it in a bad manner or trying to let the youngsters or the youth slack behind. Focus on your trades. Sometimes education for other kids, it's not the key to success.
Yeah,
focus on what
which is true.
Focus on what makes you happy. Focus on what makes you you. You get me? If you're a soccer star, put much more effort in that. You get me? Yeah. If you're a fashionista, put more effort to that. Put the spices, the rajas. Make it spicy. Thatha lento, thatha lokotini ufake in.
We're gonna get into that.
If we're more of venture into modeling, and I think the message I can tell to black parents, you know why white kids succeed mostly in life?
Yeah.
It's because they support their kids' dreams. With us, the only thing we want is to control the kid. Oh, my child passed, so I want my child to be a doctor. You select trades that you want your child to do. I think it's better to support your child into what they want to venture into so that they can grow up and blossom in what they want to be.
Which is true.
You get me? Yeah, because it's pointless when you're going to work and doing a trade that you don't even love. So everyday lifestyle is now part of your life. It's a misery. But if I wake up each and every day and do what I do,
yeah, which is true. Because I also feel like abazali abaningi, what they tend to do is that if, let's say, well, my dad or my mom, they wanted to become maybe doctors and then they couldn't become doctors at that time, that's when they try with okay, Ndana, when I buy a doctor, now I'm trying to pursue their dream. I could have been doing something else where I could be escalating and so forth, which
I think
makes sense.
With us Africans, it's a stereotypic mindset that when you become a doctor, when you become a lawyer, when you become an engineer, that's success.
You are successful.
But one secret that they don't know, that Africans don't teach us, do they teach us to be entrepreneurs? Do they teach us to be businessmen? No, that's just we only taught to work for someone else to make a living. And that's not it. With other races and genders, with other races and sorry to say genders, with other races, they teach their kids. If it's a weekend and the child is in matric, for example, if the father owns a plot or a farm, on weekends they actually takes them through practicals on how to run a farm. When the child is done with school, he goes and does business management and he takes over the father's business. He becomes a millionaire. And you are taught to pass your matric to become an accountant and go and manage the same very person that you went to school with, their business.
Shout out. And I feel like that's where we're lacking.
That's where we're lacking. It's because we have that stereotypic mindset of saying you're gonna make it alone with school. And I'm not saying people shouldn't go to school. Guys, we went to school, we finished school, we graduated.
We did.
I'm trying to motivate the youth that didn't make it to matric. It's not the end of the world. Find balance. Find yourself.
Which is true.
What do you want to do? There is more out there you can do in life.
Which is true.
Do you get me? Yeah.
Which is true. But for in the simplest way ever for me, humanly possible. But not to shy away from the topic in general. Where did you grow up? Just to give us a background for those that don't know.
It's Visto. I come from a family of two.
So it's Visto.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Marvin. So Marvin Ramaphosa, ke Jomletane, Ramahotane, Svitiela, shout out ZB, you know. So yeah, I'm a Vista, firstborn out of two, born and raised in Alexandra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It was Masakane Clinic
Yeah.
before. It was Masakane
Yeah.
Clinic before it turned into
Yeah.
Alexandra.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
went to H.A. Jack High School. From H.A. Jack High School, went to Highlands North Boys High School.
That's
And
where
then
you got the
that's where I got
badges.
the white blazers and the scrolls, the achievements.
Shout out.
And then after that, graduated, went to UJ, and then now that's me down the line, still doing me.
So that's Marvin for you.
That's Marvin for me.
Then fashion. Who inspires you to? Because now you're a fashionista, my nigga. You're doing the most out here.
Fashion. I grew up like this, and we knew each other for the longest time.
Yeah.
I grew up like this.
Yeah.
It's something that's in you. Like I said last time, cleanliness is close to godliness. When you love yourself, you feel yourself. It gives you that zest, the energy, the charisma. So yeah.
So how would you describe fashion? Like, what's the simplest way to say this is
fashion? People have their own opinions, perspective, point of view to elaborate. Fashion to me is visual art.
What do you mean visual art?
It's what you see. You get me? It's art to me, but visually. It tells a story about me. That's me portraying who I am in how I dress or in how I look.
So if I'm to ask, if you are wearing, for example, an Air Force footwear, are you giving me any background of who you are through an Air Force?
Well, with Air Force One, I cannot tell, or it cannot give you a background because it's a very diversified sneaker. Anyone can wear an Air Force in any apparel.
True.
Do you get me? It's more modernized. But now, if you come wearing a Zulu traditional clothing, now I can tell, he's from a Zulu clan. If you can come wearing a three-faith, a lot of people, if I say, make it all-star.
Yeah, all-star.
You understand that? And you're wearing those three-quarter chinos, I can tell, like, panzo. You understand that? It tells a big story. You come wearing your baggy pants with your low dunks. I can tell that, so it defines who you are. The sense of art.
In your own opinion, it defines
it's
who you
art.
are. So
visual art. What I see, it can tell a story about you, the way you dressed.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask, you find those guys that, I don't want to say they manage, but people that can afford.
Yeah.
But they wear very basic, right? They wear very basic.
Lack of.
So with them, aren't they telling us like who they are through that?
And not really. I can say it's, in my own opinion, it's a dull moment. I mean, you've got money, right? You're open-mindedly.
Yeah.
First impression counts, bro. You have to be clean. You have to look good for you to boost your self-esteem.
How do you define looking good?
How do I define looking good?
Yeah.
Looking good, bro, is always being clean. If a person smells good, doesn't everyone see that this person smells good? If you're dressed clean, neat, it doesn't really matter how you dressed. But if you look clean, smart, well-ironed, and stylish, the colors they communicate, the combos they communicate, then I can say, wow, he's dressed nicely, even if it's not my type of clothing or my style of clothing. But I can say, wow, yeah, he's got an eye. It's very eye-capturing.
So, for example, McG and Soulpando, because I look up to them.
McG and Soul,
forever watching that podcast.
You're forever watching.
So in terms of fashion, are they for you?
Nah, for me, they're very negligent. Not because they don't love fashion, it's because they venture into different types of things, but fashion is not their thing. Nah, it's not.
So they're not into fashion?
Nah, they're not into fashion.
Fashionistas.
Nah, they're not fashionistas. They venture into different aspects.
Is it lack of educational fashion or?
Well, for them, it's not lack of educational experience. I think they put their mindset into something else.
Which is okay.
Which is okay. But there are some other people that can say, this is lack of education, fashion education.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure,
you
sure.
find a person, he has money, he loves doing shopping, but the combos don't communicate.
Yeah, they don't communicate.
You get me?
So your fashion is more about the combos need to communicate.
The combos
more
need
than
to
anything.
communicate, bruh. I cannot wear summer, winter, autumn, spring.
Example of umuntu owagqoka summer, autumn, winter.
Example umuntu ewagqoka summer, autumn, winter, spring.
Yeah.
Someone
who's in the game that people maybe
not that I hate. I'm hating
obviously
on a person or goes through me.
What do you mean goes through me?
And the combos don't communicate.
Like the goes through me.
The goes through me.
So you feel like there's a department your wardrobe.
Yeah, department your wardrobe. Yeah, you can buy fancy clothing and stuff, but the combos need to communicate, bro. You know, I cannot say when he's dressed, I'll be like, wow. There's not something I can pick in his wardrobe and wear, even if it's expensive. It's not about price at the end of the day. It's how you style your fashion.
So is there a difference between fashion and style?
Well, style is part of fashion. So fashion is the heading, style is the subheading. You can only style your fashion, but you cannot fashion a style.
So you cannot fashion a style. That's powerful, yeah. Yeah, that's powerful, Mvana. Which takes me to my next question, Mvana. You know, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you go to like a lot of malls, like your Santon Mall, your Mall of Africa, your Menley, you'd find the stores that are dominating there. It's American stores more than your local stores. Is it because as South Africans we don't invest a lot in our product? Is it because we lack information? Is it because we're not pushing enough? Is it because we're not supporting our own brands? Or like what's your take on that?
My take on that, it goes with I think my take on that, it goes with marketing, bro.
Yeah.
And social media. You get me? Remember, those brands have a strong marketing strategy. The advertisements are all over, nationwide, worldwide, and they have got stars behind their brands. Do you get me? So people want to look cool. If another person, for example, if David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, Beyonce, Chris Brown are behind, for example, face of Dior, the faces of Gucci, the faces of Louis Vuitton, everyone looks cool. Face of Nike, face of Adidas, everyone wants to look cool. So, for example, if Bobby Cooper, for the young stars, she ventures into sports scene, she becomes a brand of red bed, she wears a certain type of jeans, everyone wants to look like Bobby Joe. You get me? Yeah, kids will venture into that. We want to go to sports scene.
So are you saying if I'm a local designer and I want to make my brand known, should I invest more in marketing?
Marketing is the best way. Marketing is selling without you seeing your profit already. When you're marketing, you're out there. You're advertising yourself. You're showcasing yourself. But marketing is vividly. It's not just an advertisement where you be like putting your product out there and telling people how it works. Marketing is a strategy, bro.
Yeah, but isn't it strategy also goes with you need to have like some of Malinyana. So what happens if I don't have?
Okay, what happens if you don't have? Now the question is, do you think all businessmen or entrepreneurs or the biggest business gurus out there, when they started their shit, they had money?
Yeah, well, not all of them.
The majority.
Not all of them.
The majority. Remember, for you to have $1 billion in your account, you must start with one.
Yeah, which is true.
Exactly. So everyone starts from the bottom. No one started from $1 million.
So you're saying if I'm a fashion designer today,
Yeah.
I don't have finances. Can I still make it to the top?
You-
Like be your Gucci, be at the level of LV, Chanel.
Everyone has a chance in life. Depends on how you plan. Your plan is very important. Your foundation is very important. What makes up the whole building or whole system is not what we see,
Yeah.
but it's what holds it together. What makes a tree strong? It's the roots. How
Yeah,
you fund your business or how you fund your brand,
Yeah, which is true.
yeah, will tell how your structure will be strong, how your structure will be solidified.
But also, in fact, as much as you speak facts,
Yeah.
like from my side of the view.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking, in fact, too, there's designers that you find. For example, there's a brand, Black. I don't know if you know Black.
Yeah, with the African side.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Black. I don't know their story behind. But
Yeah.
I've realized because if you go to small street, if you go to there's a lot of Black or small street. So me as a designer or me as the founder of the brand, how do I encounter that, dog? Because now, mina ngizenale brand, the next thing is strategy and they're making
Counterfeit. For example, dog, when you have a product which belongs to you, you go to the Department of Arts and Culture, you register your product, right?
Yeah.
So which means you have a contract that says this thing belongs to you.
Okay.
So anyone that's making counterfeit infringement of your contract, you've got the right or lawsuit to go confiscate anything which is counterfeit. Gucci has the right to go to small street and say, but you guys are selling the wrong product in my name. That's my brand. I built it.
Can I actually do that? Like
You can actually sue the people that do that thing. You actually can go there and confiscate the stuff.
Nah, you're lying.
Yeah, bruh. You have the right. It's your product, but they are making a sale out of it. It's yours. The money is not going into your account. It's not going to your business. It's going to them. But whose name is on that?
So the only time I can do that is if I've registered.
Yeah, register your trade. You must have a copyright that Black is yours.
So you're trying to tell me what's these your designers that Baba Chontela my ideas or Baba Chontela my brand are they sleeping on their stuff?
They are sleeping on the stuff. They never registered. For example, if I have a nice, I'll be out of topic a bit. For example, if I make a nice song, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, Kabza Ntwana, Bona, hey, number here, boy. What do you think about it? And then Kabza will be like, it's hot, but I'll call you after 2 weeks. All of a sudden, 2 weeks, there's no call from Kabza. After a month, Kabza released the track with Wonga inside. It's no longer me.
Shit.
You get me, right?
Yeah.
Do I have a right to be like contest? Be like, oh, it's my song. No, but if I went and registered my song and be like, this is my trade, this is my stuff, and then I get the rights and the copyrights.
Yeah,
right?
People
copyrights, and then I go to Kabza and be like, oh no, Kabza, I've got an idea. This belongs to me. It's on paper. What do you think about this?
And then if that's the case, dog, I think it's very educational for a designer out there to actually go and register their business.
Go register your business, bruh. Have copyrights on each and everything. You might take it lightly and be like, nah, but it's a waste of time. But Gucci, for example, how it started, we all saw the movie. No one knew there was Gucci before they started it. No one knew there was going to be Louis Vuitton before it started. No one knew there was going to be Ralph Lauren before it started. You know, no one knew that was going to be Roberto Botticelli before it started.
Yeah,
it's brands that people made sweat, tears, and blood over it. And they ventured and they invested. Now they are multi-million or multi-billion dollar companies, brands. But it all started from the bottom.
But also, I noticed these days, I don't know if you've seen the trend, like recently, where there's I'm a influencer, like from your TikTok, from your Instagram, from your Facebook, and they're pushing I'm a sneaker. Mostly it's Nike. It's your cut. Oh, sorry. So yeah, mostly it's your Nike, your Adidas and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think those because I want to ask like a two question in one, eh?
Yeah.
Do you think those brands, that's my first question, like your
Yeah.
Nikes, your Air Force, are they original?
What those people?
Because the reason why I'm asking is
Yeah.
because you find that if I go to sports scene,
Mhm.
like Mfuna Air Force,
Yeah.
a sports scene they'll tell me 2.9, 2.1, 2.5. And then online from these your influencers from TikTok, like Jello, it's now 700 there a ton. And then also what I wanted to ask also is that now that you mentioned suing, does it mean Nike is not aware of to these people like your influencers who are pushing Nike and side daily, or they know they just don't want to interfere?
Oh, well, companies like, first to answer your last question, companies like Nike, they are big companies. They make billions,
Yeah,
so they don't like they they don't mind, bruh. Like it's a waste of time paying lawyers and suing these people for what? For peanuts.
so it's peanuts tonight.
To them, suing them, what are they going to get from people that are selling sneakers for 700 rands? And then they sold 1,000. What are they gonna get from them? Well, Nike's selling worldwide.
Yeah, it's international.
Do you get me? Well, if it was a brand which is starting, then I can agree that okay, fine, yeah, guys, stop this shit. I can sue you for this.
Also, so the only reason why Nike is not interfering is because
It's pointless, right?
I'm a
Like
peanut.
peanuts to them, right? Lawsuit, you have to go through a lot of things. You get me? It's
Yeah.
just peanuts for them. But for a brand which is starting, you've got the right to go to court.
Okay, I think it makes sense when you're explaining it that way.
Yeah.
But I didn't know you can actually do that.
Yeah,
But now
you
that
can
you're
do that.
explaining,
You get me?
well, I think
You can do that.
I get the
And
hang
then
of it.
coming to answer your second question, are people, the influencers
Are they selling original? Like
selling
yeah,
original?
in plain simple context. Is it original or was selling bong of it?
Come on, right? If I can go to Sportsin and see a Nike Air Force, recently they like ranged to 2.3, 4,
Yeah.
5,
Yeah.
even online. They're not the same. It's the same brand. It's Nike Air Forces, but they've got, different designs, different texture, different material, and prices rise. So the cheapest Air Force I think is 2.3, 4, or 5.
The cheapest.
The cheapest.
But online internet is telling 600 though. 700.
So if
I'm
you're gonna
getting
buy an Air Force
Air Force.
for 600 or 700, while Nike itself is selling it for 2,300, where are they ordering? Remember, from that 600 and 700, those people that are selling also have to make a profit from it. So where are they stocking their products from?
They say from China.
From China.
I heard a nigga saying that. Good to me now. I stock my stuff from China.
So when you stock your stock from China, does it come from Nike?
Okay, tricky question. Does it come from Nike? Is Nike based in China?
Every raw material is made from China, but it's written Vietnam. Maybe it's assembled or it's done in Vietnam. But every raw material, each and every clothing line,
Yeah.
a lot of things, materials comes from China. And China is the biggest manufacturer.
Okay, but let's not run away from my question.
I'm going straight. I wanna elaborate further so that people don't be like, everything comes from China down the line. Most of the stuff. Let me not say everything.
Yeah, well, most.
Yeah.
Most, especially clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know China or Italy or so. But my question goes back to: is it original or are they selling as import?
It's counterfeit, baba.
All of them.
You can't get an original Nike Air Force which is roughly 2.3, the cheapest, and get it for 700 rand. Who are you fooling? You take on WhatsApp or Facebook. Come on. Come on.
We should go to Spain.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us
can buy it, take you on WhatsApp or on Facebook, and it's original.
Okay, so what does it make it original? Is it the pricing?
It's not the pricing that makes it original. See, when you know your craft, when you know your stuff, you can tell.
Okay, but what happens if I'm from the rural areas, dog? I don't know anything about the stuff. But in Funa Nike, And there's this influencer from TikTok or from Instagram is saying, "Mina ngagaya wona nge-450."
Then you got shanked. It's very unfortunate. Some of us will see that, yup, sure, no.
Yeah, but what's your advice to someone who's sitting there who doesn't know?
My advice to someone who's sitting there who doesn't, guys, you see this thing of, how can I put it? You see this thing of peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got pressure from peers that if you wear nice or wear expensive or wear this certain thing, you look good, you feel good. That's not it. Wear what you can afford. That's why I say fashion is styling yourself. It doesn't really matter how much it is,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't really matter how much it is, but it matters how the combos communicate, how you wear it. I can buy stuff from Shein, I can go to Mr. Price, and I can dress and I can look good.
But if you are saying,
You get me? So I think people have too much pressure of saying this is an expensive product and I want to look good because who and so is wearing a Nike, I will also want to wear Nike so that I can look cool.
So that's where
that's pressure. You want to look cool. That's where pressure comes from.
And then who are some of the well-known guys? Okay, not some. Who's that one nigga? Or that one person that you know?
Well, towards the celebrities.
Yeah, well-known.
Well-known. Okay, fine. For example, the last time there was this thing on the internet about Andile Mpisane's wife's North Face Gucci jacket that Gucci claims they don't even know about it. I know. Yeah, I know it sounds. I know it sounds because it comes from the world. Okay, richest, not wealthiest, richest families in South Africa. I can say wealthy in South Africa. But Gucci claims they don't even know that design. But it's a Gucci.
Which design?
The jacket
Which
that
one?
Mbisane apparently bought for her wife. It's a North Face Gucci jacket.
I think
it's trending. It's trending
so
online.
If Hong Kong.
Apparently, if Gucci denies it, then who made it?
But the whole Andile Mpisane mfana, the one and only.
The one and only. If Gucci denies it, there are a lot of celebrities that wear fake. I'm not coming out for anyone, or I'm not saying because I'm jealous because I can't afford certain things, but it's a basic fact. There are a lot of people that buy from fake boutiques. I mean, for example, prime example, Gucci. Gucci said they're closing their stores in South Africa because they're not making enough sales. But when you go around all these clubs, all these places, people are wearing Gucci's, right? And Gucci's not selling. So where are they buying those Gucci's from?
No, but isn't it that we have like proof where Andile Mpisane bayasikhomba ntwana where they in the States? Abo-Sean Stylist, the very same stores, Gucci.
The very same stores, Gucci, but does it mean Uguti the guys are buying, or some of the guys are pushing content? I can go to Diesel and ask them that I'm pushing Diesel, and I think I've got views on Instagram, I've got this and this, and I can push for you guys. What if I make a shoot? I buy jeans, I swipe, I put on my plastic bags, I walk around the store. Most of the people, that's what they do, bruh.
Nah. Do you think they're doing that?
They're doing that.
Like legit,
social media is not reality, guys. The world must wake up. What you see on social media, it's not reality. It's not reality. Your Insta hands that you see, most of them, we know them one-on-one.
Yeah.
Most of them, we know them one-on-one. You've got your iPhone 16 Pro Max. Some of you left your moms in shacks, but you claim you've got sugar daddies that buy you G classes. Man, it's a fact. It's reality, bro. It's something we cannot run away from. It's because we're living in an era or in a world where we think money is more valuable. We put a price tag on everything. No, money doesn't have value, bro. The most valuable things in life, they're costly. You cannot buy them, and they're for free. Love, peace, happiness, joy, trust.
But can you have love, peace, and all that without money?
Yeah, you do.
In this day in life.
In this day and life. Doesn't your mother's love and your father's love give you love, peace, honesty, trust?
Oh, well, in my case,
Do they have to have money to get that from you?
Yeah, but for me to eat at night, bro, I think
eating is survival. Eating is survival. Remember, we need money. We want money. Let me just break it down for you. We want money so that we can buy the things we need.
Yes, I agree.
Money is a want. It's not a need.
We don't need money.
You don't need money. You want money. You need food. You need clothing. You need shelter. Those things can only be bought through having money.
Sure.
And there's certain things that money cannot buy.
Okay. I know.
You get me?
Who else?
It's a lot of people. It's a lot. These celebrities, they buy from boutiques.
So when
most of our boutiques like South Africa. Giuseppe. Have you ever seen a Giuseppe in South Africa? An original Giuseppe.
So that was why in bomb.
How much eventually?
In bomb.
It's fake. Most in clubs, it's fake. Can't tell me you're wearing a Givenchy. Using 22 rand. Give it a taste.
But I need to ubile.
Yeah, ubile, right? But on your daily lifestyle, you don't even have polo nyana.
So
an A-class nyana.
So according to you, I can't own those brands unless if maybe nyana in a polo.
You can't listen. Remember, your wardrobe, right, must go hand in hand with your lifestyle. You get me?
But isn't that according to you, dog? Because these people, you mentioned something like Ekaya or Kumtogo. There's people that are actually part of 7,000. But the fridge in Havana share.
7,000 is not money at the end of the day.
It's not.
Yeah, there are people that can wear Batu, 50,000, Ulambid.
Okay, wait.
It doesn't make sense. Do you get me? It literally doesn't make sense. If you have a shoe that costs like 25 grand, how many shoes do you have? So if you have a shoe that worth 25,000, you don't have a wardrobe. You have a cabinet.
Sure.
Right. So how many pairs do you have, and how much do they value? How much do they accumulate to? So which means maybe your closet. They don't say a cabinet. Your closet is worth 500K because already one pair of shoes is like 25 grand. How much is your jean? How much is your top? How much is your cap? How much are your colognes?
Sure.
So now you see we're pushing lifestyle wrong.
But if I can afford,
if you can afford, that's good for you. But if you can't, don't choke. It's pressure. Just because Kabza Small is wearing Gucci, I want to look cool. Kokonka, I want to look cool. Benjala, I want to look cool. Piano Hub. I'm gonna get the hands. I'm gonna get the likes.
And then do they own these brands? Now that you mentioned the Kabza, do you think they own these brands? Because the Kabza Mvana, well, it's from my hood. Nah? And
I've known Kabza for. Kabza Smaz is the talk from from Madlala Makika, Kegamili, 12, 9. You understand now?
And shout out to him.
Yeah. Come on, man. Big up.
He's doing the most. But
he's been doing the most.
Yeah, but
I feel like that guy is underrated. No, where's you know, Kabza Small
because
without the vocal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
With the keys.
Kabza more powerful, dog. But I need to obviously the so for us to blame them at all.
Yeah.
But the point that I wanted to make is that Kabza Mfana are changing pattern for me. Well, maybe I change, but I don't notice that. So I change in pattern. So if I change in pattern and then Okshala Amir, for example, or Okshala Babiri or Balenciaga, it's keep one maybe estimation. Maybe Okshala skip us 6,000. Every day I got change 6,000. That's the pay it's how much, dog?
Well,
ikipa kuphela.
well. Now we now talking about people that are millionaires. Kabza is no longer a DJ; he's a brand on his own.
So he can afford to do that.
Kabza, easily, easily. It's a walk in the park for him.
John, 6,000 every day.
6,000. Abo Kabza aphethe abo Kabza bagcoka ama-bracelet, aboma 100K, ama-watch, aboma 200K.
But do they own that? Like
do.
most
They-
or wonke?
They do, bro. Kabza does.
Akuna advertisement there ukuthi
Kabza does.
to
But some celebrities,
appreciate the
when with
brand.
Kabza, I can talk about Kabza because I've been following Kabza from when he was nothing. Nagatemba, a second. From when he was
Yeah,
nothing.
It's
We
a
understand.
it's a
Now,
Zawa
Temba doesn't exist anymore.
yeah,
We understand. So that's pure hard working. You know, social media can shame him, can talk about Kabza did this, Kabza did that, but that's pure hard work. You know, he didn't step on other people's heads to be where he is. That's
Yeah.
pure talent. That's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's CR7 of the piano. Cristiano straight.
So if I'm a Messi fan,
If you're a Messi fan, you're a Messi fan. A FIFA boy, yeah. But Messi is also a good player. I'm not disputing that.
yes.
But I'm saying for Messi it was natural. For Cristiano, it had to work. And Kabza is a both combination of Messi and Cristiano. Fortunately, he never had the funds.
So he can afford to do that.
Yeah, he can afford to do that now. He's a top dog, John.
And who doesn't?
Who doesn't afford to?
So who do you think doesn't? But we are here and we understand that.
Dog, I cannot mention a lot of names, but most of the people in the game, they want to look good and feel cool,
Yeah.
you know.
Yet
Yeah. Yet they're not reaching the standards.
and then how do you know if you can reach the standards? Is it through a balance or in the account, or is it through, because you mentioned Dr. Kabza uspanile mfana, like he's been working ever since. So is
Yeah.
it through me working, or is it through me having a nice balance to say yes, I fit to be in that category?
It's not about you working or you having a nice balance in it. There are people that have awesome balance. There are people that are wealthy, not rich, but they wear just the normal clothing, no
Yeah,
brands.
yeah.
You get me? So it's
Yeah.
not about you having balance on. It's about your lifestyle itself. It must have balance. You get me?
Because the reason,
Your lifestyle itself must have balance.
why I'm losing them for it's because me personally, I felt like most Kabza included was my
Yeah.
thinking now that before like
Yeah.
I thought
I'm gonna answer you. I know
there's
you're going there.
There's advertising into
Yeah.
it, you know.
There
because-
is. I was going there to that point that there's some celebrities that are paid by certain brands to advertise or to market for them, especially the piano artist guys. Most of them are rocking Gucci's, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they're faces of Gucci. Rick, the late Mikado,
Yeah.
Nkosi Trip,
There's rest there, so rest in peace.
Intona. You get me? He was paid by Gucci to advertise. You've got Jude Bellingham, Real Madrid,
Yeah,
soccer
yeah,
star,
Yeah.
the face of Louis Vuitton.
So he's also the face.
You've got Jack Grealish from Manchester City. He's the face of Gucci, the Gucci bag guy. You get me? So they're brands that sponsor these people to go sell so that people can see, oh, he's wearing that, I can buy that. To them, some of them, they don't even buy these clothing. Here's Risma Dlesa. Risma Dlesa is sponsored by
Lacoste,
Quail, Lacoste.
so I buy.
He doesn't buy it. So he gets it from sponsors.
So it's
There are a lot of celebrities that are sponsored by clothing brands, Lequa, you know.
so it's a marketing strategy.
It's a marketing strategy. You are there, you are well known, so how can we enrich the people? How can we further our marketing? Well, there's this guy called Risma Dlesa. Res is the face of Lacoste now. He's wearing Lacoste. People want to buy. You know, Res is wearing Lacoste. If I can buy Lacoste, I'll look cool. Kabza is wearing a Miri. What's a Miri? No one knew about a Miri. Now all of a sudden, celebrities are wearing a Miri. What's a Miri? Oh, now we want to know. Look up Zayenja. Oh, I Pori Yinja. I want to know what Pori is wearing. Yangitola. Pori Shay Amir, Kabato Zeba. King is Kipasela. But you the casa, the planka. Kabato Zeba again.
But to be.
You understand? But to be, the hydraulics. What's hydraulics? A lot of people don't even know what's hydraulics. You understand? Europa art, Sentinel, a lot of people don't even know what's that. You get me? So people want to know. Sometimes it's marketing for them. So not all of them are wearing expensive brands.
I sweet and fun. I see Kulumile mfana yazini. I know you also mentioned ukuthi usebenza ngesikhathi. Phela namhlanje ngikuthole ngama-chance mfana.
Yeah.
So but before I let you go Ntwana, who are your top 5 drip continuous or niggas that you feel like bad drip mfana? Then who are the top 5 that you think I must say?
Is it worldwide? Is it
let's make it local.
Let's make it local.
Yeah.
Top 5 randomly.
5 to 1.
5 to 1. I like it. I like to keep it cool and simple. Black coffee.
5 or is it 1?
I can say black coffee 5.
Okay, number 5.
Yeah,
black coffee.
I can say number 4.
Coffee 5.
Coffee 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Number
Coffee
4.
5. Number 4, I can put Stilo Magolite.
Number 4.
Number 4. Can put Stilo Magolite.
Okay, number 3.
I can add a female, Bonang Mateba.
Fashionista.
Bonang Mateba dress is nice.
Fashionista.
Yeah. Bonang Mateba dress is nice, Papa.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2, I can go for Focalistic.
Focalistic. Number 2. Number 1.
Number 1, for me, I love to keep it simple and clean. Or scumbo.
So no Musakis.
Well, the Musakis and the Youngstana is the extreme, bro. It's not the clothing that they wear. It's not something I can wear on an everyday basis. I'm talking about a person that I can say I can wear his wardrobe from Monday to Monday.
But isn't it like being a fashionista being extreme?
Yeah, fashionista being extreme. But remember, you've got clothing that you can wear on a runway show and the clothing that you can wear on a normal day. There are clothes that are meant for shows.
So Abo Youngstana, they wear.
Yeah, they wear their clothes that they wear for shows. There are these some costumes, some things that they wear. They're not even called clothes. They're costumes that they wear on stage. You get me? It's not an apparel you can wear on a daily basis.
And then top 5 artists, well known, that work up.
Artists or celebrities or influencers.
As long as they well known.
You know, I've said.
As long as they well known.
Number 1 goes through.
Do you have an agenda? No, goes through.
I don't have an agenda. No, I don't have any agenda with him. I don't have any problem with him. It's the way he pushes his content, you know.
What about it, bro? People are loving his content.
They're loving it, but the way he dresses on his content, I mean, I think he does it deliberately.
Okay, go through.
He does it. I don't have any problem with him. His content is nice, it's funny. Yeah, but yeah, the way he pushes his content, the way he dresses in his content.
Okay, go through.
Number 1. Number 2.
So not number 5. Number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
Number 2.
I don't have any problem or beef with the Ngabi Nation, but Big Zulu, bro.
Nah, bro. Big Zulu is okay. Number 3. It's fine. Number 3.
Number 3. Who I can say was shit. Yeah, bro. Yeah. The list doesn't. Yeah. For me, those 2.
So those 2,
yeah, Jay.
Overfeed,
I don't have anything personal with them. I love their content. I listen to Big Zulu. Content goes to be shout out to him. He's doing numbers. He's doing stuff. But for me, the combos don't communicate.
But there's also a saying, but I don't know like what you take on that saying. Because Tolesmo once mentioned, I think podcast in jail. Yeah. My money doesn't go to my clothes. It goes to my family. So maybe Big Zulu is one of those guys to say, McG as well. There are those guys to say, with McG,
Bavenda, I can understand his lifestyle is very simple. For Big Zulu, he just bought a McLaren, so it's not an excuse, bro. It's not literally an excuse. It's not.
Hayi bafethu nizwela hayi uMarvin ukhulumile iside lakhe. Nami ngilikhulumile labo ngimibuzile imibuzo. We got to get that information that we wanted to hear. But because shawa isikhathi manje uMarvin kumele avaye, nami kumele kube nala ngibakhona. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is your boy Fernando Stales. Ezinye zezinja njengoba ngishilo. For laba abafuna ukufollow uMarvin, we're like utholakala via Instagram, TikTok, where do they find
Inside Visto CR7.
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 Yeah.
Cristiano.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're only on Insta.
I'm only on Insta.
So
and
TikTok.
Facebook.
Or you also on
yes,
Facebook?
Marvin, yeah, Marvin Maposa.
So Facebook, it's Marvin Maposa.
Yes, Marvin.
So